everyone. My name is Alaa, and I am the author of Chapter 7 in the book Every Teacher is a Language Teacher. In Chapter 7, I focused on different ways that teachers can follow to support refugee students and recognize their resiliency. I focus on this activity that I did for teacher candidates at U Ottawa, where I asked them what comes to mind when you think of refugee students. And the goal behind this activity was to revisit any perspectives, any biases that we might hold when we think about refugee students, and to also recognize that the perspectives that we hold really influences the actions and the activities that we organize in the classroom, the way we approach and the way we communicate with refugee students as well. So a main takeaway in the chapter is for teachers to actively and regularly reflect on their own perspectives that they hold and realize how much they could impact the actions and the activities they organize in the classroom, and how oftentimes, which was the case in the workshop as well, some of those perspectives, they come from a good place. Teachers really want to support their students, their refugee students, but at the same time, when they come from a deficit perspective, so thinking about things that are not working, gaps in refugee students' education, they could impact and influence activities in the classroom in a negative way. So it's really important to adopt a strength-based approach when working with refugee students. In other words, recognize what's working, their successes, resiliency, the different knowledge that they bring from their own countries as well. Even if language barriers do exist, that does not mean that teacher cannot create an inclusive classroom where everyone is welcome, including refugee students. When I think of the phrase, every teacher is a language teacher, the first thing that comes to mind is that every teacher, regardless of the subject they're teaching, they are a language teacher, especially for refugee students, because they learn words from you, they learn words of encouragement if you're following a strength-based approach, but they also can feel excluded if a teacher comes from a deficit-based approach. That's why, as I mentioned earlier, it's really important for teachers to adopt a strength-based approach and at the same time to regularly reflect on their own perspectives. So that's what comes to mind when I think of the phrase, every teacher is a language teacher. At the end, I want to say I hope that you take some time to read through the different chapters in the book. They're all very important and they offer really important takeaways and activities and tools for you as a teacher to use in your own classrooms. Thank you.